So in our last video, we touched briefly on the first missing link in our pathway, which was mindset, and in particular, the development of a growth mindset. So today I want to talk about the second missing link in our pathway system, which is character development. First, I want to put a shout out to Brett Ledbetter and the What Drives Winning series, because their videos have truly changed the way we view coaching. Brett and his team, they define character simply as who we are. And they've gone on and taken 26 character skills and divided them into two separate categories. Now the first one is your performance character skills. So as you can see from the list here, these govern the relationship that you have with yourself. The second category are your moral character skills. As you can see, these govern the relationship you have with others. So at first glance, 26 character skills can be pretty daunting, because we know now that you need each and every one of those character skills to be in check in order to maximize your potential as a player and as a person. The good news is that each and every one of these character skills can be developed and can be trained. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine each of these skills like a muscle. So let's say I want a six-pack. Now, I can't eat a salad on a Tuesday night and expect to have a six-pack on a Wednesday. That's just not going to work, and I know that. So what are you going to do? You're going to set out a program, and you're going to train, and you're going to eat properly for a prolonged period of time. Now, if I do that for 3 months, I'm going to notice some big differences. Maybe I get leaner, maybe I get fitter, maybe I get my magic six-pack. If I decide to celebrate that six-pack with 3 weeks of burgers and pizzas and beers, well, I'm going to lose that six-pack. And it's the same with these character skills. So if I work on my confidence for 3 months and I work on positive thinking, and then I decide, okay, they're good now, I'm going to leave those, and I neglect them, they're going to wilt again, and I'm going to lose my confidence. I'm going to become less positive. The great news is that they can be developed and trained. The bad news is that they need constant attention, because if we leave them, unlike technique, they will wilt again. So today what I want to do is I want to take you through just one of these character skills and show you how we might develop or might train this. And I want you to think about these things creatively and try to apply your own rules or your own set of drills to work on each of these character skills. So the one we're going to work on today is resilience. Now we all know that resilience is a huge, important character skill in life as well as on the tennis court and in other aspects. So we define resilience as the ability to bounce back from setbacks. Now how does that relate to a tennis match? Well, I could be 5-2 up in the first set of a match and lose that set. And what am I going to do? Throw the towel in and give up? Or am I going to be resilient and fight back? Now I know what you're going to say next is that, well, some kids or some players are more resilient than others. They're just naturally born that way. They're tougher. They've got more grit. They have the ability to focus better. Some people are more confident than others. So what I'm going to argue is that you can change and that you can develop if you have the right mindset and you're willing to make those changes. So today, let's talk about resilience. What we do first is we define the term to the kid or kids that we're working with. The second thing is once they understand the term, we ask them to grade themselves realistically out of 10 on what they think their resilience is. So maybe a kid says he's 5 out of 10, he thinks he's okay. Then we've got to come up with drills. This is where the coaches have to be creative, because it's no good saying on the sideline and every time they miss saying, hey, come on, you need to be more resilient. We need to train them to be resilient. So I'm going to tell you a simple drill that we do. It's very easy. We take a kid and we tell him, listen, I'm going to feed you side to side, forehand, backhand, and you need to make 10 balls in a row in. Now, if you miss, I'm going to give you one more go. And if you miss again, you're going to run a lap around the court and think about what you need to do better. Next time, do 10 again. Now, let's say they achieve their 10, then I increase it to 12, and then to 14, 16, 18, 20. You can go as high as you want, but give them an end goal so that they know when they've completed the task. The key is, in this drill, I want them to miss. I don't want them to get every shot in. It's not a technical drill, it's not a tactical drill, it's a mental drill. I'm working on a character skill. So when they miss, I give them an opportunity. I bring them to the net and I say, listen, I know this is tough, I know it's frustrating, but you have an opportunity here to either give up and you can sit down and I will not get angry with you, or you can test your resilience and try to bounce back from this setback. Usually what we found doing this drill, and we've been working on this for 2 years now, is that the kids that achieve the goal in the end feel that they're more resilient. So when we ask them to grade themselves later, they may grade themselves 6 or 7. Now, if it's only 1 point ahead, it's still a massive improvement. So we don't need to jump from 5 to 10 overnight. And again, remember that these skills are going to go up and down all the time. So the great stuff about working on character development is it's not only good on the court, but it's going to cross over to your life off the court. And whether you're a kid, whether you're a coach, whether you're a parent or an adult, all of these skills are essential life tools. So I want to end this video again with a little bit of a comparison. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Nadal and Kyrgios. What we've done is we've chosen a few character skills, as you can see from the table, and we've compared the two players. I know that Kyrgios is a little bit younger than Nadal, and probably he's going to continue his journey and continue developing his character. But as you can see right now, there's a huge difference in their character skills, in their grades. Now these are our grades, so if you don't agree with them, that's fine. But I think at worst, you're going to say that Kyrgios is going to be lower than Nadal in almost every category. Now that's quite weird, because if we look at their technical games, I mean, Kyrgios has a huge forehand. He has a massive serve. It's probably better than Nadal's serve. And some would argue that he's more talented than Nadal, maybe a better athlete. But talent is not on one of our character skill lists. So because his character has not fully developed, I believe that Kyrgios has not reached his potential. Whereas Nadal, I believe he has reached his potential and possibly gone beyond. So next time you're on court, instead of just working on forehands and backhands, add a theme to your lessons. What we do is we add a theme for 2 weeks. So maybe add resilience for 2 weeks. And just put in drills there that work on these character skills. Maybe you decide to work on confidence for 2 weeks, or positive thinking, or trust, or being encouraging, or being patient. The job is now for you guys to be creative and to bring about awareness to all of your students and to their parents and to yourselves. Enjoy.